Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. This is episode number 97. And yes, I did say afternoon. It actually is Sunday afternoon for once. Usually I end up doing all of the errands and things I have to do over the weekend first, and then eventually get to Mass Effect at the very end of the weekend. But I decided today I'm going to make Andromeda a priority and play a little now.
Can't believe the weather's so different.
You're welcome. Alright, let's look at our mission log. I know one of the upcoming things was looking for the Turian Ark. Return to Nexus Control. Alright, we'll do that at some point. Eos, Havarl, Aya. Yeah, let's go ahead and meet Avitus at the nav point. I don't really remember who Avitus is. I remember talking to him at the console. He might be the guy from Havarl. I hope he is, because that's the only Turian I can really think of. Alright, so let's quick travel. What's this? Oh, the Tempest is down there, or up there. Can I quick travel to it? Yes. Keep saying quick travel because that's the name of the mechanic in SWTOR, but it's actually fast travel in Mass Effect. Look at Bioware changing things up, and there's the Tempest. Alright. Goodbye, Eladan. I'm sure we'll meet again at some point. I did realize earlier when I was thinking about the game that I'm definitely trying to tie up all my loose ends before we go to the Archon's ship, but I really don't know that that's going to be the end of the game. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a decent chunk more of main quest.
All systems green.
It just seems like the main quest hasn't been that long.
Pathfinder.
Alright, well, let's wide track that. So we'll check the email, and then we'll fly to the place we have to go to for the Turian Ark. I like how he emails me, like I'm right here. He wants to get drinks at Kadara. Alright. Oh, okay, stolen Nexus goods. I'm one of the few who was storing supplies around the Nexus for delivery to Kadara. They were intended for the hardworking and downtrodden exiles. I was able to make several deliveries before you took it upon yourself to shut down the pipeline. I've left my post on the Nexus and joined these disenfranchised people. So I guess I did a quest to help out the Nexus and ended up hurting the exiles. Oh, sorry about that. Carrie wants to talk. She says I know where to find her, which I assume is on the Nexus. And she also wants another interview. I was right. I like hearing that. Oh, talking about the Angara. I do remember them vaguely. Oh, Ryder. From Reyes. Okay. No doubt you think saving Sloane was the right thing to do. It wasn't. She'll bring war to Helios. I only hope I can recover my assets in time to stop her. And that you won't try to stop me. Well, if you would have, stood and made your case instead of trying to snipe her, then maybe I would have sided with you. I do like that they at least put an email from Reyes in here. This might be the last we hear of him in this game. It'd be cool if there is another Andromeda game, though, if they do make that decision have long-term ramifications. From the bootleggers, thanking me for the business, and from Lexi. Alright. I'll end this. My outpost is yeah, I've noticed it hasn't been attacked yet, so that's really the only update I need. Alright, lots of emails. Glad we're all caught up. Meet track at Krala's song. Alright, well, we'll do that at some point. But let's go ahead and change my quest. all the escape keys. And ladders are behind me. Alright, we're flying all the way across the galaxy. I almost want to like RP this and like only go to planets that are nearby. Like, would we really go all the way there when Eos is right next door? And then we could go to Havarl, and then we could go to the Nexus, Aya, make our way over here. But I'm not going to do that. At least not in this Let's Play. Back when I played Morrowind, I remember I always did that. I tried to avoid fast travel as much as I possibly could. Because part of the fun of that game was also just finding things. Not talking about that's making me want to start playing Skyrim, or playing Skyrim again. We'll see. One game at a time. I suppose to some degree Andromeda is kind of an open world-ish, sandboxy game as well. But just different worlds. Sort of more like Inquisition, I guess, where you have different areas that are open world, but it's not one giant open world. It's kind of a nice hybrid. Seems to be what Bioware is getting into these days. Oh, that's H047, and the Turian Ark is right outside of it. Very interesting.
Approaching the nav point provided by Avitus.
But it seems like ever since Skyrim came out, all of the RPGs are leaning in a little more of a sandboxy direction. And I actually didn't mind like the old like KOTOR games or Dragon Age, which were all pretty linear, or linear as far as the areas went at least. So it's not really a good or bad thing, it's just a different style. Alright, that looks like Arkantanis, and it looks to be in pretty good shape, but let's scan it.
That's the Turian Ark. It's seen better days.
Incoming call.
Pathfinder, I think we're on the right track.
No kidding. Is it safe to board?
Only one way to find out. I'll meet you inside.
Even though I use that phrase myself a lot, I'm not sure this is really the best situation for that. Is it safe? One way to find out. Well, if it's not safe, then we all die. So, yeah, it does look like it's damaged fairly badly by the Scourge. It's kind of cool looking. This side's in pretty good shape, but it must have been like the Titanic brushing against the iceberg. It must have brushed against the Scourge over here. Although I think the Titanic was on the port side. Could be wrong about that. I was really into the Titanic when I was younger, but that was a long time ago. Okay, let's change up our team. So we had, what, Drac and Liam? Yeah. Let's do Vetra, since she is a Turian. Might have some commentary. And this feels like a Pathfinder mission, so let's bring Cora.
Limited power. Life support's busted. Surprised there's any gravity at all.
Looks like it barreled its way through the Scourge by force.
H047C. It was supposed to be the Turian homeworld in Helios.
Like
Really?
Habitat 7.
Whoever was piloting the Ark wanted to get here, no matter the cost.
Hard-headed Turians. H047C didn't seem that great. I mean, none of these planets have obviously seemed that great, but that planet in particular seemed more like a mining stop than an actual place to inhabit. Like, even more so than Helios 7 and the other Golden Worlds, which were bad, but they were still livable. This one just seemed, like, barren.
Even if that meant jettisoning entire sections of the Ark.
It doesn't make sense. Come on. Speculating won't get us anywhere.
So I guess that's why some of the pods ended up
We're
on
lucky this
Havarl.
part of the Ark survived.
Looks can be deceiving, Pathfinder. The hull is barely holding together.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah,
Always a ray of sunshine.
about to say, good to know.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
So we could be vented into space any second. Glad we have our helmets on. Okay, so much for the scanner. I can't jump? Oh, that sucks. Like, I feel like gravity here is obviously very low, thus the floating objects, so maybe that's why they make it so you can't jump at all? But I'm pretty sure we've been to places where, like HO4C7, where you could jump higher because of no gravity. Or am I imagining that? This would seem like that kind of place where it would be ideal to jump really high. A full report attached, but our new home's going to put Palavin to shame. Masson, what did I tell you about sending me science crap? Unless it's got charts and pictures, it's all gibberish to me. D. P.S. You and Rick's up for drinks after the goodbye party. Now with more charts and pictures. As for drinks, we'll be there. You know how much Avi loves his Hrosk. It's from the Pathfinder, Masson. But I think those were from before the trip.
Locked. Needs power to open.
Something's gotta still be online in this wreck.
You know, you would think with all these areas we keep getting to that need power, we would just carry around like a battery pack with us. Like, batteries in this day and age can't be that big. I imagine like something the size of a AA battery could power a starship for like 2 days. Not a starship this size, but like, yeah, a smaller starship.
Hey, this door's still got power.
I wouldn't open that, Pathfinder. It leads to space. Perhaps you could divert the power to a different door.
For a second there, I was hoping that we'd get to do one of those spacewalk mission things, like in a KOTOR 2 at Paragus, where you had to go outside the facility to get back inside. That was a really confusing, but also really cool level. It's one of those things you don't really understand what you're doing half the time. You just kind of follow the game's lead. But once you play it a couple times and realize, oh, I'm doing this because of that, and I'm doing that to open that, then it actually makes a lot of sense.
Power has been diverted, Pathfinder.
Anyway, I should probably stop talking about other games and focus on this one. If anything, my character actually feels like more weighted right now, as if gravity was higher.
This one's still got juice.
I don't know what any of this means, but okay. Just received confirmation. With the exception of leadership and life support teams, all passengers have entered cryostasis and are sleeping soundly. Once everyone is asleep, I'll do one final round, then join you in the abyss. No one tried to jump ship. Don't know if I'm impressed or nervous that everyone's confident in the mission. Avi, Jacana said it was fine if you oversaw my pod closure. I know I said I wouldn't go against procedure, but I want your face to be the last thing I see in the Milky Way. You can scold me while I enter cryo. See you soon, Masson. Aw. Don't know who Avi was, but maybe we'll find out. Avi's not the guy with us, right? Because I can't scan you for your name. I think his name started with a... Oh. That is Avi. Okay. Avitus Rex. Guess they were more than colleagues then? What's this? Dead plant. This plant has been neglected. You don't say. Thought we're having a sense of humor.
Looks pretty busted. Think your Sam can get us in?
Only one way to find out.
I found a log from Dea Praetor,
Here we go
the
again.
Ark's captain. The video is corrupt, but I can recover the audio.
Play it.
Something's tearing the Tannis apart. Half the cryo chamber is gone, trying to get anyone awake to the escape pods. Spirits, there's no time. Find Mason.
Dea was abandoning ship.
She wouldn't leave unless the situation was dire. The Tannis didn't get here on its own. We need to know what happened next.
The rest of the data on this console is corrupt. Perhaps if we find another. Or the Ark's SAM node.
Alright, let's keep looking.
That'd be cool. Finding a different SAM node. That might be our destination. Is this the way we came? Yes, it is. So I wonder if we're going to find out that Maston's escape pod was ejected, or his stasis pod was ejected to HO47C. This looks locked.
This one also needs power.
Maybe we can use the same trick as last time? Divert power from something else?
Or just use the other door.
Well, we're not going that way.
3. Alright. So let's look for power then. Going up there. So we just need to follow this to a console to switch the power to the other door. Hey look, a console.
The door should now be operational, Pathfinder.
Alright, hopefully that's the last instance of that kind of problem, because it's pretty easy to fix and not that exciting.
Avidus, over here.
There's still life in this one.
Sam, how are we doing?
Mason, bring it back.
Sam, help me out.
Like the previous log, the video data is corrupt.
What about audio?
Repairing now. 1 moment, please.
We need to remain objective.
Yeah, I've never been objective when it comes to Mason.
Try, for his sake.
Playing audio now.
Sam, how far to Abby's pod?
300 meters.
An easy stroll then. Damn it! Maybe not so easy.
Where's the rest of it?
That is all I could recover.
Damn it.
I get the sinking feeling that I'm talking to the future Turian Pathfinder.
He was looking for your pod. Do you remember anything before waking up on Havarl?
I told you. My first memory was clawing out of my stasis pod.
Then we keep looking.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be a good stasis if you could remember things from when you were in there. Alright, to Sam Node we go. Makes sense though, that if we want to get the full record of what happened.
That door leads to the Sam node. We've got to get in there.
Yeah, this is just like our ship.
The SAM node should now be accessible.
And again, even though they reused the same model, it actually makes sense here.
Sam, where's the Pathfinder? Where's Mason?
Avi. Commence. Stars.
Avi, isn't that what Mason called you?
He's the only one who calls me that.
My counterpart is suffering from severe trauma. If I partition the damage, it may be able to speak with us.
Be careful. I don't want to lose this Sam because we rushed for answers.
Avitus Riggs. Welcome home.
Sam, Mason sent coordinates to this location. I need to find him.
You are mistaken. I send the coordinates.
Is this going to be like an AI gone rogue thing, or is this going to be him trying to carry on the mission even after his Pathfinder's gone?
What do you mean you sent the coordinates?
The Pathfinder ordered me to help Avitus find a home for the Turians. I located our destination, HO47C, then sought out Avitus.
Why would Mason do that?
It was his last request.
This thing's still busted. It doesn't know what it's talking about.
We should have access to Mason's logs. Maybe there's something in there.
Abby, whatever we hit, a piece of it shredded my suit. Stings like hell, but spirits, it's beautiful. I need you to go on for the both of us. Don't let that temper get the better of you. Sam, commence transfer.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Even the stars look brighter.
He died before the transfer was complete. That must be the source of Sam's trauma.
Why bring me here? What was the point?
To complete the transfer, the Turians need a Pathfinder.
I can't.
Yep, saw that coming. Seems like a good fit for it.
What do you mean you can't?
I never thought I'd get the job. My whole career, I worked alone. I don't know how to lead people. I don't want to lead people.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So it is weird that like none of the original Pathfinders made it here. I wonder if that's kind of like part of the theme of the game, is a new generation leading them into a new future. Although maybe the Solarian Pathfinder's still alive. That would be kind of nice if somebody actually lived. I guess our dad technically made it here, but he didn't last that long. What happens if you say this? I hope it's actually like a choice, but I don't know what other Turian would become Pathfinder then. It'd be really cool if like somehow Vetra became Pathfinder and this guy joined your team instead. But I doubt that is a possibility. And I wouldn't want to lose Vetra anyway. So let's try to cheer this guy up and give him some confidence. Sometimes you never know what you can do until you do it.
Avitus, I've seen you protect settlers. You found the Turian Ark. You've already been playing the part of Pathfinder. Just without the title.
A title that belongs to Mason.
Which he wanted you to have. Rejecting it won't bring him back.
What if I let him down?
You could only do that by walking away.
Ah, damn it, you're right.
Shall I begin transfer?
It'll be safer on the Nexus. Suvi, call Tan. We need a shuttle to pick up the SAM node. Tell him we found the Turian Pathfinder.
I wouldn't phrase it like that. You're kind of lying to him. Tell him there's a new Turian Pathfinder. Hopefully we can actually salvage the Ark as well. I imagine with some repairs, we could fly again. Alright, so that was kind of a quick quest.
Welcome back.
But a fun one nonetheless. I guess it wasn't really a loyalty mission, it was just a side part of the main plot, I suppose. Alright, well, since that was quicker than expected, let's see what else we have to do. So I remember I had a bit of an order I was planning to go in, but of course I forgot what that was. Loyalty missions. And while I doubt this is the end game, I hope it's not at least, just in case it is, I want to get the loyalty missions done first. I don't want to like lose anybody, Mass Effect 2 style. Alright, so we have some stuff on Aya. Also on Aya, even though it's filed under Eladan, Avarl, Nexus. Wait, what was this? I think we did this quest, didn't we? Oh, Kadara. So we have a couple things on Kadara. And also Aya. So lots on Aya. The real question is, was there anything we had to do somewhere else first before going to Aya? Yes, we had to go to Vold first. So I'm thinking we should probably go to Vold. And let's meet that guy while we're there. That's on hold. We still need to find a lead on the Solarian Ark, which has not popped up yet. Also on Aya, Varl, Eos, and Nexus. Alright, so let's go to Vold and then we'll have a lot to do on Aya. And it would probably help if I went back to the galaxy map. Everyone get on your winter gear. It's actually starting to get rather cold around here these days. It's funny how quickly it can go from nice and warm to suddenly being below freezing. But at least winter started, or the winter weather started a little later than usual this year. It's November and only now it's really getting cold. And it's still technically autumn, but the cold season. It's over here, just a planet. I've seen a novelty. Anomaly. Starship wreckage. An empty Angaran escape pod. Huh. Its data is now yours. Did I already look at this before? Because I'm not getting anything new from it. Figures I
Picking up something.
finally choose to scan a planet. And
Probes
it's one I've
launched.
already been to.
Tracking
Asteroid.
a huge mineral deposit.
Nice. I imagine with like a huge asteroid belt, though, we could spend a lifetime gathering minerals here. Many, many lifetimes, in fact. I do think, in real life, whichever company is the first to successfully find a way to mine asteroids is going to be the richest company in the history of the world. There's so much resources out there if we could just find a way to effectively bring them back to Earth. Of course, the scary part is that if you can tow an asteroid to Earth, it could also be a weapon, but probably won't be for a few years yet. Alright, we got some crappy minerals. Let's head to Vold. Wonder if it's gotten any warmer.
Old orbit is steady.
Is that the architect? Do we scan this one already? Probably. Yeah. Still not repaired yet. Hopefully it'll be a while. I may have said this before, but I get the feeling that even though Vold will be a lot more habitable, it's always going to be a cold planet.
Approaching the LZ.
And that's okay. I think it would be kind of a boring cluster if every planet was the same. Some people like the snow and the cold weather. Of course, for me, the ideal planet would be one that's like Earth, where it has everything, but in sci-fi, that does not tend to often be the case.
Now I'm thinking about that one job I did, drilling for Ezo on an ice planet.
Someone around here probably knows what that ice is for.
Well, that's an enormous ice cube.
Where am I looking?
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder.
Good.
That point is set.
It's one of the reasons we're here. A couple quests, actually. Oh, there's the relic. And battle an ancient... Oh, this is for that task. So at least that task has quest markers. That's good. And there's one over here, too. Are all the challenges here on Vold? Just some of them. Oh, and this is because of my my upgrade. I now have rare mining nodes. Yep, due to the AVP perk. Alright, well, I wish I'd gotten that earlier, because at this point we've already traveled most of the places we're going to travel. Anyway. Let's start. Is there a nomad around here? Let's start by putting down the communications relay so we can get radio and TV as we drive around the planet. And then we'll do the rest of the quest. And since there's two objectives, one to the Tempest and one over here, I'm going to set my waypoint over here. Can I jump over this thing? Watch out!
I read your dossier.
Dossier, huh? Fancy. So, what's it say?
That's classified.
Uh-huh. Don't start something you can't finish, Harper.
Right, why bring it
Okay,
up?
look. Not starting anything. I'm military, you're not. But we're in this together now. Only thing that counts is getting out of it. If you've got the skills to help with that, and it looks like you do, then
we're good.
Oh, that's
good.
not a good thing. We went over that ridge, didn't we? Yes, we did. try to stay on this side of the ridge for now. That might backfire as well. Okay, so we need to go like straight ahead until we get back to flat areas. Okay, it's not so bad.
Pretty sure the AI rulebook doesn't insist the Pathfinder always gets to drive.
We've got targets!
I'm making fun of my driving skills. Right. Oh, that's cool. Ancient Garage. Nice. Doesn't seem that powerful though. Feel bad killing the wildlife, but we don't want it to watch out. We don't want it to kill us, and we also don't want it to hurt our antenna. So what is that? There's like a skull and 4 diamonds. Does that mean it's some kind of special boss, and it's gonna like generate health when I get it down? I guess I could use some biotic abilities on it. Unfortunately, they don't do much against the armor. Wrong key. Kill it with fire. Well, that looks cool. Oop, watch my step. Always be aware of your surroundings. What else are you shooting? Alright, there goes all my ammo, but I'm sure we can find more. 10 fluid sacks. What a bounty. Remind me a little bit of like fighting a dragon in Dragon Age, where you take out your sword at the end and grab onto its neck and then stab it in the head. Good times. Alright, another receiver
News service now broadcasting live.
up and running.
A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sun lamps, causing unending daylight in some Nexus workers. This is HNS.
I think we've heard that one already. So we still have to go to EOS, and I know there was another quest there as well. But while we're here, let's do the other stuff. Grab the relic in a bit.
No, parents are gone, but my old unit could still be alive.
Yeah, some of my
Sorry to keep interrupting them.
contacts might be kicking around. Isn't it weird saying things like that while knowing you'll never see them again?
No stranger than them being 600 years older than we are.
If we're getting into the deep stuff, we need a few stiff drinks first.
You started it, you're buying.
Yeah. I suspect communications also take 600 years to get here. And that's why we can't talk to each other anymore. What am I supposed to scan? Mission just says, oh, it's
Bet
not
there's
scanning.
something in that remnant site.
It's just,
Wonder if they
I'm
can't
in the
find
quest
anything
area.
good. Let's check it out.
Oh, there's some enemies. Let's grab some ammo here first.
Beacon. Ready for a taste of Hescar training?
Give it your best shot.
This one's straightforward, a test of combat efficiency. The beacon will agitate the remnant. Take them down quick. Maybe you'll beat my personal best.
Let's do it.
Remember, take them down as
temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
I don't think we're done here.
Life support is back online.
Oh, I see there's a timer up there. That's cool.
Watch out! Remnant!
Yeah, I'm getting used to fighting Remnant at this point. Oh, come on.
Stay alert. There'll be more.
Doing pretty good on time. Oh, here comes the big one. Their shield's down.
Reloading!
Oh, what's that? Something's behind me. Maybe not. It's just this guy. Whoa, watch out. Crap. I am right in his range. Alright, let's go grab some health and some ammo. And then we can stay in cover. There we go.
More hostiles!
More? He's got ads. Don't see it though, it worries me. This guy's taking a while to kill.
Reload!
Let's try the other gun.
More hostiles!
Alright, 2 more to go. We got a minute 30. I think we can do this.
More hostiles!
Ouch. There's a creature over there. Or observer. Got it.
We did
Is that it? Sweet.
That beats in Drachnor's count.
Hooray.
Minute to spare.
Excellent. We learned early on to make every shot count.
That was pretty fun. Alright, let's restock. Glad this is here. And I think we have... Maybe it's only stuff on Vold. That would be convenient. So we have 2 more tasks to go, and then of course, the reason we're here, finding the Unguarded Relic. But we will do those in the next episode, since we're quickly approaching the 40-minute mark. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be right back.